All right, peace, y'all. It's Jay Dizzle. So here's what I'm gonna do today, you guys. I'm gonna do a fair use reaction video to the latest Taharka Bey, aka Ashburger Bey, aka Scamming Bey, aka Down Syndrome Bey, aka Alcoholic Bey, aka Bussy Bey, Bucci Bey. Because yes, Taharka Bey, or should we just call him Toronto Johnson, does like sausage in his buns. And this is a verified fact. Anyway, so I was going to do this video before. What I noticed is the Research Ninja, aka Kombucha Bey's channel, did a very good expose of this video herself. So kind of saved me some time. But check this out. So what I'm going to do is this is just fair use reaction video. This is, not using copyrighted material or anything like that. I just want to give my opinions, my views on some of the things that were said during this video. So let's start it off.
Peace to the gods.
Okay, so what you're seeing right here, what he's doing is he's actually, well, he's showing that he really just wants to be an entertainer. So what he's doing right here is he's making fun of a brother of mine by the name of OC the Great.
20th?
A video that he did like a year ago, and now so Taharka Bey is redoing that in order to make fun of OC the Great. But what he's really doing is because he knows that he's not getting the leverage that he used to, because he knows he can't continue to attack who he's been attacking because they've been exposing him to the point to where it's only going to be detrimental to his own audience. Now he's looking to pick a fight again with someone who has a big following, whom, if they respond, can help give him a little bit of juice and leverage and views. So that's basically what he's doing right now. He's basically just trolling.
Days away.
He's letting you know he really wants to be an entertainer. He wants to be a rapper. He wants to be a big YouTuber. He's not really about any of the things that he says. He wants to be everything that everyone he goes in on is. He aspires to be the same thing that he critiques.
Peace to the gods. That's right.
He's an entertainer. He's a clown.
No.
Nothing more, nothing less. Right? And a whack rapper at that. I mean, straight whack. Right? So as you can, I mean, like, just picture this. This is a 50-year-old dude right here. Claims to be a grand sheik. Look at him. He's spastic. He's a clown. He's an entertainer. This is a 50-year-old man who wants to pursue a rap career, as if anyone's going to tap into his whack-ass music. But this is him. Picture someone 50 plus behaving like this, pretending that they have the authority to critique others or to teach anything of substance, but really all he wants to do is be an entertainer. He wishes that he was a rapper. He wants to be like these young rappers. That's what he really wants. He wants a rap career, maybe an acting career, all the things he's not qualified to do. I mean, just look at this cat. I don't really want to play too much of it, but just to show you how weak this shit is. He's whack. I don't even want to expose you to the whackness of his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? The whackness of his movement. I mean, just look at this clown. This is clown shit. This is someone who claims to be a grand sheik, a teacher of Moorish science. He doesn't really even claim that because he hasn't been trying to teach anything. He hasn't taught anything. There's no political message that he teaches, no economic message that he teaches, no organizational skills that he brings to the table. What he brings is gossip, whack music, trying to be a rapper at 50 years old, pursuing a rapping career. Picture that. And clown shit. I really think he's on drugs. I really think that he has arrested the development of his cognitive skills when he was young because of the drugs and because of the abuse and because of his Asperger autism, which may not be his fault, but it is what it is. Now let's go ahead and get into some of the actual verbiage of what he was saying so we could just kind of break it down. Let's start it off about right here.
Yeah. Let me thank my friend at the bottom of the map. Let me thank all my friends that donated a dime. Let me thank all my friends. Look at your neighbor and say, thank your friend.
So right now he's doing his church thing. He really has no respect for his audience, his intellect. See, because now he's going into his church because he knows that that's, you know, he's trying to raise money.
We in the Morse World TV studios.
So this is a grand sheik.
You're gonna see the Morse
Clowning
World TV
around
Taharka
a buffoon.
bey logo. But it was only right
Right?
when I start the show.
This dude is there's something really wrong with this dude.
Thing going on, you feel me?
And it's only you're gonna see him mentally deteriorate over time more and more because he's starting to get exposed. So now he has to.
The website is actually down.
Website's
Somebody
down.
called Wix.
Check this out. Website is down. This is the website you guys paid him for. It's down. taharkabey.com down. Website is down. Right? Now he's gonna make a bunch of cap and excuses for it.
That's in love with me.
Let me explain something to you guys.
And claim that
His website is down.
Don't worry about that.
Because he's been using illegal, immoral, and unethical material on his website.
They'll just look at it and then put it back up.
This is the second time it's been down. Like when you use revenge porn as a way to promote your website. Now this is a grand sheik who's supposed to be about morality and ethics and all this different stuff, but he used. Check this out. Many women, when they're feeling a dude, they may send risque pictures or videos to them. I'm saying I've had women that I deal with that would do the same. They might send you a little something. So when you get off work, they know, they've been thinking about you and blah, 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 blah. Now, only a punk individual will take those kind of pictures when they're mad or they break up and show them to other people or show them to other people, period, when they were only meant for you. But he took it a step further. See, someone who this person in Nepal sent pictures to got mad at some point and put those pictures out. He got a hold of those pictures, created a website based on getting traffic from showing those pictures and videos. And that's when now his website is down. Right? Because he didn't have enough forethought or integrity to understand, like, if you start on the basis of something immoral and illegal, it's probably not going to last. So he got all the money donated to start the website, the membership money for something that wasn't really exclusive except for the pornography, the revenge porn, which is illegal, that he put on his chat or on his page, on his website. So as a result, his website is down. That's just what it is. But he claims that it's down because someone has a crush on him and they're in love with him.
This sister
That's crazy.
Yaya, who hides behind.
Let's go ahead. Let me see.
She stalks me. She really stalks me. She's
okay, hold up. He's talking about stalking, right?
She's really in love with me, and she just stalks me all the time.
He's talking about stalking. Let's look at Morse World TV. Let's go through some of the videos. He's talking about stalking, right? Let's just look. Okay, so that's the one we're watching right now. Angel Snup Nup, Nepal and Sonetta, right? He's talking about stalking and being obsessed with people. Nepal and Sonetta, back on In Fact, Ali Muhammad, Angel Snup Nup again, back on In Fact, General Delta, Sonetta, Inky, Sonetta again, Inky again, Brother Polite, Sonetta Nepal again, Sonetta Nepal again, Sonetta Nepal again. Let me see what else we got. Sonetta again, Sonetta Nepal again, Sonetta Nepal again. So this is 15 out of the last 15 videos, or 20 or so videos. Over half of them Sonetta in Nepal. Inky Sonetta. More on the In Fact. Let's go ahead. Young Pharaoh, who he has a crush on. Billy Carson, Let me see. More Sonetta, polite. Billy Carson again. This one's basically against Sonetta and Malik Zulu Shabazz. Brother Reggie, Umar Johnson. Right, this is when he was critiquing Umar Johnson. More in fact, Grandmaster Jay. He's talking about stalking Inky again. Sonetta again. Look at this. He's talking about stalking people. Sonetta again. Some York stuff. York. Sonetta again. Polite again. Listen, he's talking about stalking people. His whole channel for the past several years have been all about stalking. That's what he does. That's the only thing he does. He's not teaching nothing. He's just telling you who he hates. Let's continue. Let's see what else he got to say.
I'll be too busy doing more important things.
Right. He's busy doing important things like what? This is what he's busy doing. He's not building anything. He has no community activism. He has no receipts in the streets. Right? Look at Nepal again. Grandmaster Jay again. Dr. Ali again. Ozone. That's in fact again. Sonetta again. Polite again. Polite. Sonetta, polite. Sonetta. This is the video I was telling you about before about how he was trying to imply that Malik Zulu Shabazz, whatever. Sonetta again. Look at this dude right here, Grandmaster Jay again, Malik Zulu Shabazz. Now the funny thing about most of the people that he attacks are people who he has fucked with for years or admired or been in their face laughing and smiling and foot shuffling with. Then he turns on them. But let's continue. Let's see what else he has to say.
You know, some people just sit home and stalk other YouTubers because they disagree with them.
So what is this right here? This isn't stalking people who you disagree with on YouTube? I mean, you do about 2 or 3 videos a day for the past several years. Stalking. Crystal Muhammad, OC. Crystal Muhammad. Grandmaster Jay again. Oh, now hold on, let me see this one I wanted to show you guys that I tried to show you guys last time, but I kind of like he doesn't even care who he brings on his show in order to, as long as they disagree with him enough. Because he brought a chick who claimed that she was Tupac's daughter just because she was shitting on Malik Zulu Shabazz. That was enough for him. Right? It was called Malik Zulu, have you seen this? Something like that. We'll get to that later. Let's just see what else he has to say out of his mouth. Let's see if it makes any sense.
But me, I'm too busy building. Next week, I'll give you a tour of the entire facility. This is called Unity Hall.
Unity Hall, you guys.
And Unity Hall, Baltimore. And we're gonna put these all around the country.
Now check this out.
So it has Morse World TV.
You have to really understand what's going on here.
It has the Morris Science Temple of America in
okay.
it. It has the Alliance for Political Accountability in it. It also will house our Sisters Auxiliary in it. This is the type of facility that I've been working on. So
that is, he's capping. So you can always tell when he's capping, he's lying because his lips is moving. For what? And then he does that little cough or that little, but I'm gonna tell you something. So Unity Hall, basically what he did is he rented a room or a space for his Morris World TV studio. So peep game. And this is all receipts. The Research Ninja, Kombucha Bay, Onslaught Media 2, the receipts are there. Straight from his mouth, straight from GoFundMe. The receipts are there, undeniable. So what this dude did is he raised $6,000 in donations. The first $2,000 from his own Moorish community, who he now disrespects. Some of it from abroad, and then a good portion of it from his mother. $6,000, and he acquired a building. He ended up flipping that. Now this was all under the pretense that he's going to start a Moorish World Village or a Moorish village. Right? something for all the Moors to be able to build a big community where they could do their thing. He flips the building that he acquired for $6,000 into $25,000. With that, he paid off the taxes that he's owed for the last 10 years. So he took you guys' money to pay off his taxes, because obviously he couldn't pay off $1,300 in 10 years until he raised that money. Did whatever else he did with the rest, blah, blah, blah. People ask him where it's at. He's saying that he has the right to do it. It's his. Never got a village. Raised more money for the website that's now defunct, that's now down. And then he flips into a studio. So he took he sold you on the dream. So this is the same person who's talking about scamming. He sold y'all on the dream that he's going to start a whole community. Took all that money, raised more money and more money to settle for what? A YouTube studio, because he's really just the entertainer. That's really what he wants to do. He wants to entertain. He wants to do music. He wants to clown around. And he wants to hate on people. And he aspires to be a big time YouTuber. So all the big stuff he was supposed to be doing, Moorish World Village or Moorish Village and all this stuff, the headquarters and a big community, all really just for a studio to do his YouTubing from. You guys are this is ridiculous. He's getting all this money, pretending he has big things that he's trying to do, noble, righteous things that he's trying to do, but really it's parlaying all into an economic mechanism for his monetization. That's the website that is now down, and that's Moorish World TV Studios, so he could YouTube from. That's pretty sad.
Has gone past.
But check this out, it even gets worse.
He's not doing much shows or many shows as he used to. Family, for the last 3 weeks, I have been grinding.
He's grinding.
And I will show you the before and after pictures of the facility that I put together with my own hands.
He put
my
together.
own hands. Thanks to my brother.
Now check this out.
I give a shout out to my brother.
His brother,
Mike, who comes
Mike.
all the way from Virginia.
Drives all the way from West Virginia. Check this out.
Doesn't ask for a dime.
Doesn't ask for a dime.
And he helped me, and he can tell you from scratch. He helped me to clean this place out.
Labor. We're talking about labor.
Bottom. I mean, carrying tiles.
Carrying tiles. Tiles are heavy. I've done union construction for years. $50 an hour because it's not hard or it's not easy work. So check this out though.
From the 3rd floor.
So this brother comes from West Virginia to help him carry big tiles, 3 stories. Check this out.
All the way down to the bottom floor. You know what I'm saying? And phenomenal. Don't ask for a dime.
Doesn't ask for a dime.
I do try to make sure that I compensate in some kind of way.
Now listen to this. Listen to what he just said. He said he does try to make sure. That means he really doesn't. That he compensates in some kind of way. That implies he's not even giving them money. See, what he should have said is something like, yo, he doesn't ask for a dime, but damn it, he's doing that hard work. I'm going to give him $50. I'm going to give him $100 anyway. Because that's hard labor. To renovate buildings, to do construction, to carry tiles 3 stories down. But he says he tries to compensate. So that means he might not even really do that in some kind of way. That means he's not monetarily compensating them. What does that mean then? He smokes a blunt with him. Oh, he'll buy him a beer. But he gives him a couple bucks for gas money. We're driving all the way from West Virginia to Baltimore. So that just shows you this is his mentality. That he doesn't really respect those who actually would help him out. That's why after raising $2,000 from the Moors, he said the Moors didn't do shit for him and shit on him and said that he's exposing them. This is why these Moors don't fuck with him anymore. That's why. That's why he doesn't teach more science. Because nobody's listening to that. Nobody respects that. And because he shits on the very people that help him. That's why the same people who he used to rub shoulders with for years are the same people he's attacking, trying to mimic what they did. But let me explain something to you. All the people who he attacks, even the brother Polites, who, if the charges against him are true, that's disgusting. And there are people who say that he has scammed him, but let's keep it real. This isn't me capping for Brother Polite, but Brother Polite can produce people whom his teachings have helped them economically. So even though Brother Polite may not be a person of high morality, he still has produced more positive results than Taharka Bey. Because no one's going to tell you that because of Taharka Bey, they now see the light. No one's going to tell you because of Taharka Bey, they now are economically in a better place. Because of his teachings, they now have been able to maneuver and organize better. Nobody's going to tell you that. The people who fuck with Taharka Bey are the people who just fuck with him because they don't like the same people that he doesn't like. It's not because Taharka Bey is enhancing their life. It's basically just a pity party of hatred towards people they don't like. That's what they connect with. That's why when they really start to see what Taharka Bey is really about and who he really is, they're going to quit fucking with him. What else we got, though? So he doesn't really even do anything for the people that help him out. That's apparent.
This is what it's all about, fam. This is the community right here. You see, let me just...
So let me show you something, too. Let's go ahead and give... So okay, let's go to 32... 50, oh, no, we're going to keep going for a minute.
Talk to you. Like I said, this is a different conversation tonight. And I'll tell you about upcoming shows, too. This is a different conversation. When you talk about community activism, or when you talk about...
No, he's going to start talking about community activism. He has no receipts. None.
Trying to do something in your community, you first have to put your footprint in your community. You feel what I'm saying? And so my footprint is in this community, has been in this community. And so because it's...
Baltimore, check in. I know people in Baltimore who are really community activists because a lot of them have been on my Black Guy Stand Radio Block Talk show. A lot of them have been in or affiliated with organizations that I've worked for and with for the past 5 to 10 years. Nobody ever mentions or knows Taharka Bey outside of YouTube world. He is not in the community. I can show receipts. I'm not making this about me, but I can show receipts of epic things that I've been involved in and programs I've put together even before I started my nonprofit. Most of the people like OC the Great, who he started off this video disrespecting, has actual receipts in the community here and where he's at now. The InFact, MBPP, Malik Zulu Shabazz, all these people who he attacks, all of them, pretty much virtually all of them, actually have something productive that they can produce that they do in their community, even if they also have done some things that were shenanigans. There's no one that will tell you that Taharka Bey has enhanced their life. You can go around Baltimore and ask what has Taharka Bey done in the community. You're not going to get any results. That's why he couldn't even get his Grand Sheik degree or whatever you call it in Baltimore. He had to go to Chicago to pay that gay dude money for the right to be a Grand Sheik. These are just facts.
It's in this community. I must centralize the commerce. I must centralize the information. I must centralize the progress.
Now let's talk. I just want to briefly, this is just basically a disagreement of strategy with centralizing. Understand what centralized means. Centralized means one single point of authority, permission, and one single point of failure, similar to a website. One single point of a failure, that means one mechanism is manipulated or reached and it turns off your ability. That's what centralization brings. Now, these days, we speak about decentralization, especially in technology. Decentralization means that there's many different nodes or computers running the program to where if one goes down, it still stays up. And a centralized project like this website that he's with You attack the server, it's done. You call the right person to complain about immoral shit, it's done. It's off. Now, you would think because he has a buddy named Cryptonomics, that Cryptonomics would have gave him some game on how to have a domain or a website that can't be shut down. These things are simple things for people who understand crypto and blockchain. But I don't want to give too much game to this dude for free, but I'm just letting you know. And also what centralization means is this. It means that whatever he's building, he will have full control on, because it's going to be centralized. So if he doesn't like something, it's not on. Centralizing the effort, centralizing the money, that means he controls everything. That means one single point of authority. And who do you think that single point of authority, permission, failure, substance is going to be? It's going to be him. But anyway, let's just continue.
But now let me go over a little bit. Let me go over a few things. You know, last year we covered Inky. We covered a little bit of Grandmaster Jay. We covered
a little bit, huh? Just a little bit. I just showed you about 10 videos within like a month period. So Inky, Grandmaster Jay, let's just start with them two, because he's saying he's covered these things as if like he's really showing you guys something that you really need to know. Let's talk about Inky and Grandmaster Jay, because he spent a lot of time disrespecting and undermining Inky and Grandmaster Jay. Well, Inky has degrees when it comes to health. Inky has products that have enhanced people's health. Inky has raised children who are productive in society. Inky has contributed to his community in a positive way, no matter what you think about him personally. Inky also makes some pretty dope music. So yeah, everything that he critiques, everyone who he critiques actually does more than he does in the community, but he's talking about community activism. Grandmaster Jay put together InFact, which is a collaboration of different organizations in our communities that have an objective of protecting the communities, putting pressure on white supremacists who tried to kill us. Like the reason we know of InFact is because July 4th, a couple of years ago, 2020, they pulled up on the KKK's headquarters. Now, you don't have to agree with the method, but produce a better way. Because at that time, the KKK was claiming and making threats that they're going to start killing black people. So there was a response of those who said, well, here we are. You start the killing at 8, we start the killing at 8:05. Of course, the KKK backed the fuck up. So I don't know what would have been a better idea, just to let them continue to make threats and possibly act on those threats. See, it doesn't matter if you don't have the heart or if you don't agree with it. But if there's not pushback, like for years, there hasn't been pushback. That's why they were getting away with bombing churches and doing all these things, because they knew that there was no repercussions for their actions. So in these days, people are not having it. So scared Negroes like Taharka Bey will make excuses why that's the bad thing. Well, Grandmaster Jay is, he's a liar because he's not really a Grammy holding artist and blah, 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 and he's scamming the people, this and that. Now, people from InFact weren't saying this. This is just what he's saying, because that's his job, to belittle, to undermine, to disrupt activities that could be productive for us while he's producing nothing.
Michi X, we covered
Michi X.
Man, Ali Muhammad.
Ali Muhammad, another person who he may cap or whatever, but he does teach some things in health, in history. You know, that's more substance, has more substance than what Taharka Bey has produced.
When you start talking about all of these names, ask yourself, what footprint do they have in their community?
That's a good question. Inky has a footprint in his community because he has business. He has degrees. He has children who are productive. Grandmaster Jay has a footprint in his community. They have buildings. They have organized, they have organizations in different cities that are doing productive things. They have a footprint in the community. You can't get 1,000 black men and women armed to show up to a KKK headquarters if you don't have a footprint in the community. Now, who doesn't have a footprint in the community besides a YouTube studio that he flipped for money that he borrowed from you guys, claiming he's going to start a whole village in community, but really just parlayed it into his own personal wealth. But he's calling other people scammers to create a YouTube channel. He wants to get people out of the streets of actually organizing so he could have a YouTube channel and a website that's not even up right now. This is what you have to understand. You see, if he was really in the community, then he would respect those, even that he don't agree with, that are actually doing positive things, that are sincere about what they're doing. So I've been in community activism for years. And even if you don't agree with someone, if you see they're doing work, you have to respect that. Because one thing that you'll understand, if you're actually doing community activism, is very difficult and challenging. And everything that you set out to do isn't always going to work. So, but if you've been doing that, you'll understand that, and you would respect that. But he doesn't understand how difficult and challenging it really is because he's never done it. See, people who are really doing things in the community respect each other, even if they don't agree with the methods, because it's difficult. And obviously no one has figured it out enough that there's not any problems that still need to be addressed. Now, what will happen is, if he's serious and if he starts really doing work in the community, he's going to realize how difficult it is, because he's going to come up short a couple times. He's going to be critiqued. He's going to be attacked from everyone, from politicians to people on the streets to people online, to where he's going to understand, like, yo, this shit is difficult. This shit ain't as easy as I thought it was. The results that I expected, they're not coming yet. It's harder to organize and keep and maintain. See, these organizations that he keeps on attacking, like the new Black Panther Party and the different formations, have been around for 30 plus years. New Black Panther Party was originally founded in 1989. 1989, and is still in operation today in dozens of cities across the United States and in Africa. Organizations can't stay for 30 years without doing something right. So 30 years. That means when he was still beating his wives and his children, coming home drunk, smoking crack, doing all the things that he's admitted that he's done, these organizations he's attacking were in the community, putting in work. Think about that.
As it relates to a spot where you can centralize your efforts.
Now, this dude just gets a fucking YouTube studio, and now he has the audacity to call out people who have had offices for decades, who have receipts in the streets doing real work for decades. This dude is a clown. He parlayed your money to pay off his bills, raised more money for a website that's not even up. That's all you guys' money. Rent some spot in a building somewhere in Baltimore, which couldn't have been a lot. No disrespect to Baltimore, but I know the cost of living ain't nothing like it's over here, or in LA, or in New York, or Miami, or something. Rents a spot so he could have a YouTube studio, and then all of a sudden, he has visions of grandeur where now he could disrespect organizations that's been alive for over 30 years and have buildings all over the country. Because he knows that most of his audience aren't aware of these things, nor is he probably. Because if he was really rooted in the streets, he would know. He would know the intimate details of some of these organizations, because when you're really doing community work, small community at the end of the day. Because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, like people that are doing different community activism in their community, everybody knows each other. You kind of know what's going on. It's pretty easy to tap in if you're actually doing that work, because people stick together, help each other, support each other. So you would know what's going on. He doesn't. That's why he says this kind of shit. But he knows that other people don't as well, because they're only really tapped into YouTube.
Now, for the last 3 years, I've been building on locations to centralize the efforts.
He's building on locations to centralize the efforts. Well, I already told you the faults of centralization, because it means one single point of authority, one single point of failure. Decentralization is better. Decentralization means that there's many would mean in this sense that there's many organizations and people who have the same goal, that if one of them goes down, the movement still continues, and then they can help that person or that organization come back up and be effective again. Centralization means that once you take down the top, everything else crumbles. But you know, that's just the strategy disagreement. But he's saying for 3 years he's been really doing some things in the streets.
And I think this year is the one that is really going to make the difference that I had hoped for, where we can help the children, where we can help the single mothers, where we can help the brothers that have criminal records.
Now check this out. He said he wants to help the children, the single mothers, and the brothers that have criminal records. He's going to help the children. He's going to help the children, but both of his sons have criminal records, were on the run, have records of abusing people, women, and drugs. This is all receipts. You've seen it. But he's going to help the children. He couldn't help his own damn children, but he's going to help the children. He was beating his ex, who is now departed, for 20 years. It's on the record, on his criminal record. But he's going to help the single mothers. He's going to help those who have criminal records. His children have criminal records. He doesn't even have the integrity or the experience to demonstrate that he has been able to do these things in his own life, but he's going to help people abroad do these things. Cut it out. That's cap.
These are the things that I don't talk about on YouTube.
Yeah, he doesn't talk about these things because he doesn't do these things. He doesn't talk about these things because, like how is he going to say he's helping single mothers when he was beating one for 20 years? How is he going to help the children when his own children are doing drugs, going to reform school, getting in trouble, on the run, abusing women like he taught them to do? Are you serious?
That I've been doing for years. However, I kind of slid away.
So he's letting you know that he really wasn't doing none of that shit. He kind of slid away. But why did he slide away? Why did he slide away from doing real work? This is if you want to believe the narrative that he was actually doing anything in the first place. But listen to his reason why he slid away from doing actual community work.
Because I was focusing on building the temple. And when I'm talking about building the temple,
so he's not really talking about a real temple. What he really means is
building a team. Thanks to the team that I built here on Morris Road.
So in other words, he got away from doing real work. This is something that I've told you a long time ago, that he doesn't do real work. He really just wants to get everybody watching him on YouTube. He just said it. Morris Road TV. He got away from doing real work of helping the women, single mothers, of helping the children, of helping brothers with criminal backgrounds to get their shit right. He got away from that. He kind of slid away from doing that so he could start so he could have a YouTube channel popping. Are you serious?
To make things possible.
Okay.
And this is what we need. We need our own media.
Own media, as if there's not enough media. But anyway, let's go ahead and we're gonna wind this down. But I want to get to this point right here. This is funny.
You know what I'm saying? We build for real. We just don't do YouTube shows.
He just doesn't do YouTube shows, huh? No receipts. Look, if he was building for real, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like I know my YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel was a lot more popping, but I really didn't put money into it either way. Oh yeah, here's the video I was telling you about. This is him. This is the woman who claims she's Tupac's daughter that was messing with Malik Zeus Shabazz apparently, and mad because he doesn't mess with her, blah blah blah. But like, he doesn't care if there's really no tangible receipts behind, as long as you don't like the same person he doesn't like. But this is a person you don't ever see him putting anything about in the community that he's really doing, right? Now, if you're really, really in the community, that passion, you would have to show some of that on YouTube if you have a popping YouTube channel. Even though I understand, because I did it myself, Like my other YouTube channel and my Facebook has all kinds of different things that I do in the community, as far as like school drives, mentoring, educating the youth or whatnot. And I put it out there because I thought it would help, that people would gravitate towards it and maybe support it or be inspired to do their own thing, which a little bit happened. But what I noticed is a lot of people, especially on this YouTube, they just want the bullshit. But there's still receipts. Like I can still show you things that I were a part of, like this right here. Conversation with the Streets here in Seattle with Rizza Islam was there, Umar, Judge Joe Brown, and others. You know, saying I could show you different things that I've done to help laws change. Like the first time a law has ever changed that held police accountable was done right here in Seattle with the help of Gorgeous Dre, aka Andre Taylor. And we got an initiative passed after trying it 2 times to hold police accountable. It's never been done in the country, you know what I'm saying? And we was out there knocking on doors, having meetings, talking to PBS, doing all kind of different things that I got receipts for, but this ain't about me. I'm just showing you and telling you that when you do this work for real, you have actual connections, and it's not easy work. So you typically aren't going to go on the attack of other organizations just because you don't agree. When you know that they're actually doing some tangible things, you have to have that mutual respect. But here's Taharka Bey, and let's see what he has to say about this thing.
Something together that is tangible, that can house.
There's nothing tangible that he has put together, though. This YouTube channel is not tangible. He just acquired a space for his little studio for YouTube. That's not an organ. That's not a program that's helping anybody, though. Because he said himself that he slid away from that, even though he has no receipts for doing it in the first place. But he says he slid away from that to start a YouTube channel.
And we're not talking about an Umar Johnson type of school.
Now he's taking a shot at Umar Johnson, but listen to what he says.
Nah, we're talking about a school that can facilitate, give us 10 children.
So not a school like Umar Johnson. Now say what you want about Umar Johnson, but he has acquired 2 schools, 2 buildings for schools. They're not up yet, but he has done that. He's acquired tangible buildings, the kind of building that he is renting right now for his YouTube studios. In other words, in that same context, Taharka Bey is a renter of space from someone like Umar Johnson, who actually owns building. So this is a tenant talking to a boss saying, no, we don't want a school like him. We just want 10 kids, right? So he's capping on Umar, but I'm going to show you when he was all on Umar's dick not too long ago. But let's just...
This is live. This is live. Give us 10 children.
10 children. He just wants 10 children. Now, he has some of his own he hasn't done too well with, but give him 10 more.
Saying that we can make a difference with. You follow me? Give us 1 building.
1
give
building. 2 buildings.
Don't give us nothing. Matter of fact, show me the way and I'll go get it.
So what he's showing you is that he doesn't really even have a vision. He's all over the place. We don't want anything like Umar Johnson. We just want 10 children. We don't want like Umar Johnson. We just want 1 building. We don't want like Umar Johnson. We just want 2 buildings like Umar Johnson. We don't even want that. Just show us and we'll go get it. So he doesn't even have an actual plan. Look, with the money that he's raised, if he didn't pay off his own personal bills and parlay it into whatever the hell he had to parlay it into for his own personal wealth, he would be able to do more than just get a damn studio for his YouTube channel. But now he's capping on people who actually own real estate. Like I said, Umar Johnson ain't got it up. You can say what you want about Umar Johnson. This isn't in defense of Umar Johnson. But once again, another person he's attacking actually has tangible receipts of actually being productive in the community, because there are thousands of people around the country, around the world, who could say at least Umar Johnson from his teachings have put them in a better position to be able to hold their schools accountable or start their own home schools. So he has, Umar Johnson's also a doctor. He has actual credentials, unlike Taharka Bey, he doesn't even have a diploma. And he's a published author, unlike Taharka Bey. So everyone who Taharka Bey attacks, fuck Taharka Bey. Everyone who Toronto Johnson attacks actually has more credentials and tangible results in their community than he does. But he's attacking Umar Johnson. But here, and he's attacked him before. But check this out. I want you to show you something. Like I said, the same people he attacks, he's really on their dick. So this is Toronto Johnson not too long ago, about a month ago, stalking Umar Johnson, the same person who about a month before this video, he was critiquing and making fun of and saying he wasn't shit. Then he shows up. Check this out.
Umar doing big things.
Now Umar's doing big things. See, he's on the dick. This is what he does. This is the type of man that Toronto Johnson is. He'll make fun of you online, but then he'll go to where you're at and start kissing your ass because he really just wants to be down.
I'm gonna try to get this one going.
Check this out. This is sad.
Give me one sign. Give me one sign.
He's begging for an autograph.
Sister Robin, brother.
For his wife. Sister Robin, brother. And if it wasn't for Sister Robin, I ain't gonna lie, Umar Johnson would not have fucked with it. But I think Umar knows he could probably smash Taharka Bey's wife. If you're watching this, Umar, hey, it is what it is, but you probably can. Let's keep it real. Because he, after making a whole video talking shit about Umar, he goes to Umar's meeting to buy a book to get signed for his wife because his wife made him go do this. This is sad on so many levels.
For my wife, she rock with you.
Look at that. She rocks with you. My wife, please sign this autograph for my wife. She rocks with you. You have a #1 rider in my wife. I make fun of you. I don't like you, but my wife loves you.
She rock with you. Yeah.
Why? Robin.
No, Umar's about that shit sometimes. So he's like, okay, yeah. Your wife fucks with me, yeah. Well, she's a supporter, so of course he's gonna do the smart thing and he's gonna sign the book. But also on the greasy tip, look at him. Look how happy he is. The same person he was just critiquing, who's now critiquing again yesterday. But this is really him when he's in their face. When he's in the face, he's all smiles and beguiling and clowning and buffooning and supporting. Right? Similar to, let's go ahead and go to Kabucha Bey's channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Similar to when you look, let's look at some of the thumbnails on this channel here, right? I just want to show you something. So you look at some of these thumbnails, right? Look at the Unk, the God Killer destroys Taharka Bey. Here's Unk and Taharka Bey. Of course, Taharka Bey on the dick, happy to be in the presence. Now that thumbnail is from a video from a year or so ago, right? Let's go back. Look at this. Taharka Bey with Inky, happy as hell, smiling in the face. These are the same people that he's now attacking, right? Here's Taharka Bey, smiling, happy to be in the presence of Brother Polite on 125th Street. So like I said before, the same people who he's attacking every day are the same people that he was elated to be in the presence of not too long ago. Similar to how he's on Umar Johnson's nuts right after making a video and then makes another video yesterday about the same person critiquing and undermining, but in this face, he's signing his book. Now, you would think if Umar Johnson was such a terrible person that he would tell that his wife would understand this because she lives with him and that he wouldn't have to go flag down Umar Johnson. Oh, you're doing big things. Please just sign this for my wife, man. She loves you, man. And then beg him for an interview.
Honest critique get respect. Not disrespect, or honest critique. See, you probably ain't watched the whole video. So
see, now he's making an excuse. You probably didn't watch the whole... Blah, blah. Now he's nigga explaining as he begs for the autograph and an interview.
I came at you. Like 4 people text me. Come on. Won't you come on the show, brother, and let's talk about it. Not when you get free. She gonna be happy for this. I'm telling you, you gotta ride or die, right? This is what we're here for.
Look at that. He's bragging about his wife ride or his boo thing, ride or die for him. Even though all he has done is undermined Umar's work. But his wife fucks with him. That's gotta be a problem in the household, I would think.
Absolutely.
Tell it apply to the school. You can't come though. You a hater.
Boom. He goes, tell her to apply to the school. Now, we know Umar be on some bullshit sometimes when it comes to the which I ain't mad at him because he's single and he has the right to do that. So he's saying, yo, tell your wife to pull up, but you can't come because you're a hater.
I ain't got the cool shit.
And then he has to, I don't got the cool chip. No, please, just sign it, please. Thank you. Take a picture with me. This dude's a clown. Dude's a clown. That's Taharka bey. The clown. So he's not really as mad at these people who he goes in on as much as he's jealous of them. As much as he just wants to really ride with them. You can see how happy he is to be in their presence. He's elated. That's really what he wants. But he has to attack them because they have done more than him. Because he ain't done shit. He has to attack him because once they realize his character and who he is, they don't fuck with him. Even his own Moorish brothers don't fuck with him. Even his own wife, or his own, it's not even his wife because she's married already. Even his own woman or the person that he cohabits with, domiciles with, is sending him to jock other niggas that he don't even like. Imagine as a man, you have a hatred or disdain towards an individual, but your wife will make you go patronize them and get an autograph for her. And you will actually do it. You won't say, no, hell no, I don't fuck with them on principles, ethics, blah, 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 and hell no, I ain't going to do that. God damn it. And you're my woman, so you shouldn't even be asking me to do that because you should understand what I'm saying because you have access to me all day. But no, she's like, no, I like Umar. Go get that book for me and get it autographed. And he runs and does it. Oh, she loves you, man. You have a ride or die. Now me, I hate you and I've been blah, blah, but she loves you. So I'm going to pay you for this. I'm going to patronize the same person who I just told my audience is a scam artist and not producing anything, but I'm going to go get a tangible book. A tangible book. Remember, tangible, because he is a published author and a doctor. Two things that Taharka bey is not. He's not a producer of anything tangible, and he's also not accredited in any type of way or an expert of anything. Just understand that. Anyway, make sure you also subscribe to Crip Talk Podcast, you guys, if you really want to get some real. This is really the channel that I've been messing with. Like I said, the last channel that I had, the Netiquette channel, it's been shut down, whatever. And this channel that I'm on right now was only the backup to that. But here's a channel where if you want to learn about crypto and blockchain, then you should subscribe here as well. Like I said, this conversation. Also, so make sure you subscribe to Kabucha Bey. She's really dropping receipts, like all the stuff that I'm saying. You know, she has receipts for this. I'm not just making this shit up when I'm telling you about Taharka bey and how much money he has scammed from people. I'm not making it up. It's receipted. Invoice. Anyway, that's it, you guys. I don't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to show you the followers and do my little reaction video to Taharka bey. And as you can see, channel's down. Like he's going to show you how to build, and he can't even keep his website up. Why is his website not up? Because the tactics that he used, see, he was so desperate just to get you guys to give him his money and go to his channel or go to his website that he used revenge porn. Like he used, like the only draw. This is how much he respects your intellect for those who follow him. Is that he knew that he doesn't really have anything to teach. So, hey, I'm going to show you some naked pictures of someone who you probably don't like. I'm going to show you these pictures. Basically, I'm going to sell you on pornography because I don't have anything of substance for you. All I have is camaraderie that you don't like the same people I don't like. And I got some revenge porn to show you. So, of course, that's not a substance way to keep your website up. There's flaws in that. That was a short-sighted hustle, like the many other short-sighted hustles. He had over 21 GoFundMes in 1 year to raise money for various things. All to take that money, not do what he said he's going to do with the money, but get a YouTube studio that he rents. Cut it out, man. I'm out. Peace.